Okay, so, hey, y'all. Ooh, that sounded real country, huh? Anyways, so, good morning. Today is definitely starting off really, really well. I'm super proud of myself. For some reason, last night, oh, I love this natural look that I did. I love it when my makeup is like really natural. I absolutely love it. My eyelashes can be. I probably want a little bit more thicker ones. So, anyway, so for some reason I could not sleep last night. Between my daughter moving around, kicking me in the face, kicking me in the side. It was just quite a bit. It was quite a bit. It's always emotionally disconnecting dealing with my daughter because I'm sorry, not emotionally disconnecting, but I guess, is that what I'm looking for? No, that's not what I'm looking for, because I'm not emotionally disconnected from her. I do feel like sometimes it is hard to, well, yeah, I guess it would be emotionally disconnected, huh? As parents, we have to show unconditional love. That's what we are taught to do, required to do as parents. And I wanted this to really dawn on us that we love our kids, but we don't like them. We absolutely adore our kids, but we don't like them at times. Let me further explain. The behaviors. Now, granted, I totally get your kids are a product of you. They're a product of your environment. They're a product of your parenting styles, the environment in the household, and you and the person you decided to procreate with. And so when I think about all those factors, I'm like, okay, let me give my daughter some grace. Let me give my kiddos some grace. I'm also at this realization because I'm on a spiritual journey. I'm on a healing journey. Totally get it. So I'm like, of course, a lot of this stuff is finally going to be relevant. A lot of this stuff is finally going to be like open, like noticeable now because of the journey that I'm on. So I'm like, okay, get it. I'm looking, hold on, I'm getting distracted by this contouring. So I am still working on contouring, y'all. I don't know if I used the wrong, how did I do? I'm gonna need some feedback because I don't know. It's one minute it looked like it's given and then the next minute it looked like it went away. Like it was given and then it was all things thieving. And knees, I was struggling even on. Anyway, focus. So this is supposed to be turned out this way. It is not going. Okay, whatever. Whatevs. Dealing with her behaviors this morning, I was just like, okay, I'm just about over it because it's a lot. But then I was reminded of how this morning went. Tussling, couldn't sleep last night, and I was wondering why. I woke up at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had been doing this for the past, I would say few weeks. It may have even been a month because time is passing by so fast. So it's probably just about a month. I haven't been able to sleep. And one of the things that I was telling myself this month is I wanted to go on another fast. And since my eating habits are not really bad, food is not like my go-to. And because I can go long periods of time without eating, I feel like that's not really something that I need to fast for. So for me, in fasting, I prefer to add to my fast and do things that it's difficult for me to do. Being getting up and actually praying. Getting up, praying, waging war, because right now more than ever, like, that is most definitely what's needed right now. And so I'm like, okay, that's definitely where I need to be, what I need to be doing. I'm considered a silent worshiper. Like, even though I feel like I'm like an outgoing person, when it comes to different things that I'm just really chimed in on and focused on, I'm really silent and I'm focused. So I would consider myself a silent worshiper. So when I'm worshiping, or let's say in my prayer closet praying on certain things, like, that's what I do. I feel like that's where I need to be. I'm not the type of person to be protesting and yelling and doing all of that stuff, like, openly. Not to say that, like, I'm embarrassed about that, but I just, like, there's certain things for certain people, and I just feel like that's not for me. And so I feel like my responsibility to that type of fight is what I'm doing right now, like where I'm at right now with it, and I'm okay with that. Like, yeah, I can say that this is where I'm comfortable and you're not supposed to be comfortable and all that or whatever, but I have to do what I'm doing with where I'm at in my walk and be okay with that, but just know that I am growing. So I try to always rectify that, because I know when we're talking about growth and different things like that, that's like one of the number one things. Like, if you're comfortable, then that means you're not doing enough, or if you're comfortable, then that means not necessarily. And I disagree with a few things that, like, people have their isms with in there and how they feel with certain things. Like, I disagree with some things, because I'm like, it just don't even sound right. Like, if you're comfortable, then you're supposed to immediately, like, that's why I feel like people are never satisfied with where they are. Like, you're supposed to be content but not satisfied. Like, what? Like, that just sounds like an oxymoron to me. Oof. They trying to do something with these homeless people, baby. That's on my one, tackle one thing at a time. So with that being said, that's a whole nother topic of discussion. So anyway, getting up this morning, I was able to wage war. I was able to really dig deep and have a very intimate conversation with God. And there were some things that I noticed about myself, some things that were brought to the forefront, just a lot of revelation. And I'm just like, wow, like, this is so awesome right now. Like, I feel empowered. I feel full. I feel like, man, happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Is it an Independence Day? Freedom for everybody? An inquiring mind would like to know. Like, I definitely appreciate the country that I stay in, but I'm like, is it really Independence Day for us all? Anyway, fun fact. So today was actually the day that the United States separated from Great Britain. Just learned, like, I learned about it, but I actually read up on it a little bit more most recently, but it didn't really go into effect until the 4th. but July 2nd was the day that they really got their independence from Great Britain. July 2nd. Anyway, so of course, me having a very powerful session this morning. Y'all, I was up at 3, okay? 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up. Then I laid back down. I think I laid back down for maybe like 45 minutes. And then I was back up. And I could not go to sleep. So I was like, okay, it is most definitely obvious that I'm supposed to be doing something right now. Praying, just talking to God, having a conversation, what have you. And so that's exactly what I did. And I'm so grateful that I was able to be obedient to what I felt. Because that's one of the number one things right now that I'm dealing with my journey, is when you're spiritually connected, you're going to start seeing signs. Baby, I have been seeing signs. I have been seeing signs and wonders, okay? And I'm just like, what? Why do it look like this bank is extra packed? Is there something going on today?
Yeah.
How you know, Beanie Beanie? Oh, it's is it because it's the holiday? And they gonna be closed soon? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'll continue. Oh, I'm sorry. No, because I need to say where I'm going right now. So you would be coming out this way. What about the other way? I'm trying to get your part.
Where's Buttercat? Where's Buttercat?
You said what, Benny?
Where's Buttercat?
Where's brother at?
Yeah.
He's with his dad.
Ooh, is he dead?
Mm-hmm. Yes, is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are. Okay, so I was on my way, what I was trying to get out. So anyway, after my prayer session, it was just awesome. I was praying for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was probably at 2 hours, because by the time I got done, it was 5 o'clock. But I know it was up and down between 3 and a little bit after, so yeah, about 2 hours. I felt so empowered. But the one thing that I am learning, well, I've already learned it, but what I'm just trying to be at peace with and work through is the fact that this journey is a huge yin and yang symbol. Life is yin and yang. So whenever you feel something powerful revving up, just know it's an equal amount of negative energy that's attempting to take you out. And so for me, my biggest challenge is not allowing the attempt to take me out. And that's why I'm so grateful to be a believer and to be on this side of the fight, because that's the guarantee. Attempt. That word right there signifies the whole trajectory of that statement, because the attempt is going to happen, but the choice is on you as the individual. And so I'm just like, okay, it's not going to be easy. We've gathered that. None of this is easy by no means. And when you think about the journey and the fight during the journey, you just have to make sure that you're equipped to handle it. And so that's basically where I'm at right now, is praying for that peace and the right armor, the right form of protection to help me withstand the test of time, to help me go through this season not untouched, not unmatched, because baby, the fight is gonna be a fight. Now that's another guarantee. It's going to be a fight. But what you gonna do with the fight? How you gonna get through the fight? Yeah, I'm here for it. And I'll be like, look, just like a few months back, I was like, when I went to my my court hearing, this was back in March, I was like, oh, your girl got a word today, I done did my makeup, I was feeling real cute, and I was just on fire, and I'm like, yeah, you would sound a little defeated when you didn't have makeup done. I love me. I love my personality. I love who I am so much. Like, falling in love with yourself over again is it's such an awesome feeling. But anyway, so yeah, I was sounding a little defeated. I was looking a little defeated. But anyway, so of course, as I'm up this morning, I'm doing good. Like, I tackled all my responsibilities. You good, mama? I tackled all my responsibilities. I did the dishes, finally cleaned, just really being intentional about keeping a clean space, an open space. Yes, ma'am. That's 5-0. That's the police. That's BPD. Yeah. That's the police, yeah. Yeah, police. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. That's the officers. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Yeah, so I was on top of it. I was on top of this morning, and I felt really good. I felt accomplished. I felt like, okay, this is how you start the day. This is definitely how you want to start it, and this is the tone that's set for basically, you to finish. So I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good, feeling great. Open up my door, I get a notice on my door for today, dated for today, that my rent has been increased by $100. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, the cost of living has just about skyrocketed. And I'm gonna say skyrocketed because it's ridiculous at what we're paying right now for food, gas, all of that. And it's almost like the government is tired or jealous of people finally living their best lives, traveling, and finding an ulterior way to live. And it just, like, I'm now, like, now that I've cleared out all of my distractions, this has been the most thought-filled relationship that I've had with myself. Like, I'm literally just thinking of numbers and numbers of situations where I'm like, oh my God, this is what people are talking about. This is what the woke or enlightened population is talking about. Like, to me, this is also very scary, because to be in a situation where you literally have no idea what is going on is extremely scary. Because knowing that all of this stuff has been going on this whole time, I'm like, girl, you have been in autopilot. You like, I've known, I've been aware, but I haven't. Like, I really haven't. Especially now that I know I'm able to maneuver differently. I'm able to pick and choose my battles. I'm able to just respond, react, and interact differently, because I'm like, it's a lot going on right now. And also because I've been doing mental health studying and just educating myself, besides the fact that that's a field that I've been working in for 10 plus years, or 14 years. I'm like, interesting. Huh? I have your snacks right here. You want a snack?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go, my love. So, okay, anyway, yeah. So, getting that information, I'm like, okay. One, I'm thankful because it's still affordable, I would say, but is it really affordable when everything else has gone up? So even and when my rent was what it was, $100 less than what it is now, I just had enough to make rent on time with having maybe $23 to $20 still left in my account. And I'm like, now that again the community is woke, it's almost like they're literally trying to do everything in their power to get as much out of us as we can, because a lot of people are finding the loopholes. We're being educated on these loopholes. So now all this extra money that they done have bottled up in this little fund or whatnot, they ain't gonna be able, we're not paying into that fund no more. We're not paying into that fund anymore because legally, we also know how to get it done. And I can't even believe I'm having this conversation. Like, I shouldn't even have to be having this conversation. Ooh, good. Park right in the front. Okay, I've never been to this branch, so we about to learn today. Oh, it's over. Where's that? Crafted tea. Yeah, so anyway, BRB.